the NHS Scotland staff offered 8% pay rise over 2 years. So in other words, it's not 8% pay rise, it's a 4% pay rise over 2 years. So with the NHS and all that, we're just going to be increasing how much we've got to pay and send to Scotland. And this is what people keep forgetting. We keep putting money into the NHS and we keep needing to spend more money on the NHS. I think first, I'm not sure, I think it's 30 odd billion's been put into the NHS by Labour. But their taxes alone that they've increased on businesses and NHS and all that, on NI and all that, will take £1 billion away straight away. And that's just on average. You're probably looking at between 1 and 2. Now we're giving another 8% pay rise. You're probably looking at another 300,000, 400,000 per year. So there's another big chunk out of it. The workers downstream are going to get a pay rise. So that's another big chunk out of it. Then the businesses that have got are increasing their prices to the NHS. People that suppliers, diesel, their workers, they're all passing that on to the NHS. So if you look actually from the start to the finish, it's not just an 8% pay rise for staff, which deserve it, 4% each year. You've got to look at the actual businesses down the stream. And you're probably adding, I reckon, easily between £4 to £5 billion extra costs for the NHS just to pay for the rises that the government have given. And these are without the tariffs we're going to have to now pay for America and other tariffs because the government had tariffs on America. So this is what everyone keeps forgetting. We had tariffs on America, they put tariffs on us. You can't really argue with that. People will because they say, oh, well, we're protecting our farmers and that, but that's all America's doing. So you've got to look at it from both sides. But Scotland will be asking for more money from the British government because their NHS is trash anyway. I think their life expectancy is lower than anywhere else. It's I think it's 78 or 79. Everywhere else across the UK is 81. Worst alcohol problem in Europe, not just the UK, but Europe. I think one of their hospitals took something like 8 years to build. They kept having problems. And the NHS is through, as far as I remember, is through the SNP, through Scotland, or everything controlled at the minute. I don't really take much notice of Scotland at the moment. But yeah. So big more increases that taxpayers will have to pay for another pay rise.